This is how I'm living. When I come out on the balcony, I feel peace, you know what I mean? Come out here and I do a lot of thinking about stuff I've been through, stuff I got planned for the future. I just launched a record label called ICU Records. It's official, beat push, the shit is over, man. We talk like gangsters, we said it like gangsters. For the cash, for the gas, for the homes, got the bullet holes and balls, trying to stay up on my toes in the middle. Again, ain't got nowhere to turn.
Hold up, Diddy. Hit him with part 2, son.
The documentary is about my life. A lot of people don't know some of the struggles that I went through prior to getting into the music industry. For example, at the age of 3, I witnessed both of my parents get murdered in front of me. I got shot in the foot. So I came from a background environment where I was in a rough environment. You know, my same brother from the same mother, father got shot in the stomach. Another time his house got shot up. My brothers and my cousins in and out of jail. So I show how that part of my life, the music saved me from that environment, but at the same time in the documentary it shows that the environment that I was running from, it was actually waiting for me also in the music industry, but on a whole nother level. So we go into, you know, I touch up on even the East Coast, West Coast beef from the point of view of the Outlawz and Tupac, because we had one of the biggest songs called Hit 'Em Up, that when it released it, I believe and it was one of the greatest diss songs to this day in history, you can say. And but a lot of people from the outside looking in, they would look like we was troublemakers. You know, even in the documentary, Loon, Amir, he's in the documentary, and he said, man, it looked like at that time we were just running around starting trouble. I had a certain type of hatred towards Muslims, and I didn't trust Muslims because the people that murdered my mother and father was actually from the Nation of Islam. So I used to believe that the Nation of Islam and the Muslims are the same religion. So I kind of didn't trust this individual, you know. So he kept calling and calling, I need you to come to the mosque, come meet the brother. So I remember I grabbed the gun, you know, went up there. I called about 30 of my boys. I went up there, and when I actually went into the masjid, the mosque, that was the first time in my life that I actually seen something that I never seen before, you know, and I seen, to me, it looked like sincere brotherhood that you don't get from the streets and you don't get from the music industry. And the more that I spent time with these individuals, the more I wanted to know about this religion. For like a whole year, I was saying, I have to stop drinking. Ramadan is coming, I have to do it. And after praying to Allah, making dua, Allah made it easy. You know, it was a hard 30 days. Alhamdulillah, Allah gave me tawfiq and made it easy. After that Ramadan, I never went back to drinking again in my life, and that was over 8 years ago, 7 years ago. If music wasn't haram, I'd be in the studio right now. You know what I mean? It wasn't against my religion, you know? But imagine something that you love so much, all you knew, all your life. You know, I made millions of dollars from this industry, toured around the world. I fed my family and I fed my friends with it. This is all I knew. So imagine if somebody comes to you and say, well, basically what you're doing is wrong. So naturally, I was rebellious against this. It wasn't until a friend of mine, they actually sat me down and they actually gave me proof authentically from the Quran and from the Sunnah, and from the 4 Imams. And I said, there's no way that I can go against this. You know, I would feel like I'm not being true to myself or my religion if I keep trying to put this behind and pretend that I don't see what they're giving me. I said, there's no way that I can keep fighting, and I have to walk away from it.